My name is Benjamin Button, and I was born under unusual circumstances. While everybody else was aging, I was getting younger, all alone.
You're so young.
Only on the outside.
Hey guys, this is Crisrav1138 here for my... I don't remember what week this is. On theReelDVDWatchers, I believe it's week 11. And this week I'm going to be reviewing The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. This is a film directed by David Fincher, who's known for some well-known and critically acclaimed films such as Seven, Fight Club, I believe he did Panic Room, I don't know, and Zodiac, and now Benjamin Button can be added to his resume. This is a story based off of a short story of the same name by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and it tells the story of Benjamin Button, who in this film is played primarily by Brad Pitt, who is born under this unusual circumstance in which he is born as a baby, but an old baby, as if he's reached the limitations of his functions, if you will. He's basically started off as an old man, and over time he begins to grow younger as he ages, if that makes any sense. And the film basically follows his life exploits under these unusual circumstances, and primarily focuses on his romance and relationship with Cate Blanchett's character, Daisy Fuller, I believe. Fuller? Yeah. Who, I can't remember. Is played by primarily Cate Blanchett. That's pretty much all you really need to know without being spoiled, because everything else is just like nice details. There's been a lot of comparisons between this film and Forrest Gump, and I didn't know. I mean, I noticed a bit during watching the film, but after some discussion, I realized that there is actually a lot this film has in common with Forrest Gump. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's not the same movie, but it has almost all the same elements to it. It has a lifespan story. It has a romance that doesn't start off right, and they go off on their own and they find each other again, and you know what I mean. I don't want to. It's hard to say without spoiling, but it's very much like Forrest Gump, but at the same time, it's very unique in its style. One of the things I liked about this film is the look of the film, the production value. I love the sets. I love the costumes. I love the just the cinematography, and that's great stuff. The special effects in this film are real special effects. They're they're the type of effects that you look at them and you go, what's real and what's not? Whereas in some films today, yeah, things may look good, but you can just tell that they're not real. In this film, it's a lot of, well, is that CGI? Is that not? Is mainly between, from what I gathered, the old Brad Pitt CG was used a lot to make him look older and young. I'm not sure about younger, but whatever. Just great, really. It's the type of special effects that I've seen in only one movie this year, really, where you were looking and going, that might have been real, that might have been CG. And that's a really good thing for a movie, I think, when you can't tell and you really have to guess. That's really the complement of CGI, is when no one really knows what it is and what it isn't. What do I talk about now? The writing is, and the story and the script and everything, like a lot of the dialogue actually, like, there's a lot of like pretty deep and meaningful stuff in the dialogue that kind of sticks with you and really does have a point to it. The storyline itself and how the way the story is structured, it starts off really promising, and I was really into it. I was really getting into it. Then somewhere in the middle, it just starts to slow down, and it really did lose my interest. I'm glad I stuck with it though, because it does pick up, but I never entirely felt that it lived up to its potential that it had originally had. Don't get me wrong, I love the ending, and I think it's a touching kind of thing. I mean, you can kind of tell it was coming, and it is a little bit been there, done that, but under the circumstances of the story, it's a little bit different. Yeah, and the performances, I guess, is all I really need to speak of now. These are some of the best performances of the year, but of those best performances, I find that there are a lot more better ones over here to focus on, really. Brad Pitt gives a great performance, don't get me wrong. I really loved how his performance and how his character in this film is just very calm. Like, he's not a very wild and crazy character, and he does that really well without being boring, so to speak. Cate Blanchett also does a great job, as per usual. I really love Cate Blanchett. I think she's a fantastic actress, and I think she really just did a great job, and I liked how she kind of goes through a lot of different emotions, and she really captures that well. That said, though, of these performances, I just didn't really look at them and go, they're great, but these are gonna be remembered for ever and ever. All in all, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button is one of the better films of 2008 for its look and style alone. It's not revolutionary, I don't think, but there's a lot to like about that look that the film has. The performances are great. They're fine enough to watch. Not fine enough. They're better, but as I said, not the best of the year. It is one of the better films of the year, but it ranks kind of high up there, and I'm not quite sure where it'll end up on my top 10 list. In fact, there's a chance it might not even end up there at all, but it is still one of the better films. It is something I recommend you go check. Just be warned, it is really, really long, and it can lose your interest. That really all depends on who you are, I guess. Anyways, that's my review for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Here's my rating somewhere here. I don't know where I'm going to put it. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.